there. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do some more Christmas crafts. So I went to Dollar Tree and I bought some of these little containers. Now I know obviously they are for fall, but I'm going to change them into Christmas decorations, okay? So they all came with little ribbons, but I've just taken the ribbon off of this one, and I am going to use my green acrylic paint to paint this one. It did have some glitter on it, but I just took my sander and tried to get as much sanding off of it as I could. Now, those of you who are new here and have never joined me for my crafting, I do very simple crafting, okay? Nothing that requires any drills or saws or ladders, nothing like that. The most technical, high-tech things that I use is a hot glue gun. And a lot of things don't even require a hot glue gun. So I'm taking my green acrylic paint and I'm going to give this little Frankenstein guy a coat of green acrylic paint all over, except not the bottom, because it doesn't need the bottom because no one's going to see the bottom. I'm doing these in red and green. Now I know a lot of you know that I like to do a lot of my Christmas decorations in gold and silver, but today I'm doing red and green. And these little decorations will make great things, ideas, if you're having a group of family or friends over for a Christmas dinner or brunch, or maybe you're having family over with a bunch of kids. This will make great favors, okay? Very simple, easy things to do that the kids will love. So I'm gonna paint this. You don't need to see me paint it twice, but I gave everyone 2 coats of paint. I'm gonna go down around the bottom and across the top, and now I'm just gonna put this aside and let it dry. So I painted some of them green and I painted some of them red, and there I get more paint on me than sometimes I do on the project. So I've painted that one. I'm gonna let it dry. Acrylic paint takes a little while to dry, but that's okay. Then I painted this one. I found a tall one. I painted it red, and I put some of the gold. You know how you can find this gold beaded tape at Dollar Tree. You get 5 strips, and so I had some left over, and then I got some more from another project. So I got that, and I just put it around the bottom and the top. And then I had some of these left over from another project. I got 5 of these in a package, so I still had a lot left over. I got 5 snowflakes in a package, 5 Christmas trees in a package, and 5 of the Merry Christmas. I got 5 of the Marys with the reindeer for the Y in a package. Excuse me, in a package. So I'm using them to decorate my little packages here. So I'm going to use the Christmas tree for on top of this tall one. So I'm going to take my green acrylic paint and I'm going to paint my Christmas tree, and I'll do 2 coats of green on my Christmas tree. Okay, just to make sure I get some good coverage. All right. So I've painted this with 2 coats of red. Gonna set that aside. Gonna set my Christmas tree aside to be hot glued to the top of that Christmas tree. And now I'm gonna show you what I've done with the ones that I did paint and have finished. Okay, so this one I painted green, and then I don't want to get more paint on it. I'm going to fold this over. So I got packages several packages of these. They came with 20 pieces, and there were snowflakes, gold stars, red stockings, there were Christmas trees, there were all kinds of things. I got 2 packages, and so I took my hot glue gun and I glued on different things on one side. I glued a red stocking on this side, a red stocking on that side. Then I took my Mary, I went over it with my gold pen and just traced over it. I need to put a red dot on his nose to make him Rudolph, hot glued that on, and then I put the red ribbon back on the little container. So now it's like this, okay? Then I took, okay, hold on, I'll be right back. It's at the other end of the table. This table's not very big. We're still in temporary quarters. So I'm using the little kitchen table at the hotel, and so I gotta use what I have here, but I'm fortunate to at least have a kitchen table to work at for a craft table. Okay, so this one I painted green. I put the silver on the snowflake. I got these red and green bows. There were 12 for $1. And so at Dollar Tree. And so I put a snowflake on this one with the red bow, and then the red snowflake, and then I had gotten a package of the small snowflakes, the small Christmas trees, and the gold stars. And so I painted the snowflake with the silver pen and put the styrofoam on and decorated that one. This was just a plain brown paper, round container with a lid that comes off, supposedly. Yes, it does. See, it was just like this on the outside. I just gave it 2 coats of the acrylic paint. Then this one was just like the green one, and I painted it red, hot glued the little styrofoam things, took the green Christmas tree on top, then took my silver pen and gave the snow effect, put the red bow on top, and boy, it's kind of hard to get off. I'll have to work it off because I guess when I painted it, maybe I put the lid on too quickly. But now I'm going to show you, like if you wanted to use this, like you're having a brunch and you wanted to use this for a favor, or you're having family members over and you wanted to give this to kids, because everyone loves to get a little package like this. Well, you could take tissue paper, which I got at Dollar Tree, and take your tissue paper and cut it up. This may be a little bit too big, but stuff your tissue paper into the little thing, and you could put a little gift in there. And like if you were doing it for a little boy, you could put in, those blind toys that all the kids are after. I don't understand them, but there's all kinds of little boxes, and they open them up, and inside are little toys. There's for boys and girls. But if you were doing it for a girl, you could do like a little bottle of nail polish or lip balm. Like there's that real famous Disney movie, Iced, with Elsie. It was real famous a couple years ago. All the little girls were singing, "Let me go, let me go." Well, anyway, Dollar Tree has everything with Elsie and Ice, the Disney movie. And so you could put nail polish, you could put lip balm, you could put scrunchies in here. Little girls are always so much easier to buy little things for. But you could put all kinds of things in here and then put the lid on. And what little girl or boy would love to get a little package with a little gift inside, or what lady, you could put all kinds of things in there with the tissue paper and open it up, and it could be a favor or it could be a gift under the tree. Okay, and then, all right, so now this one, which I is already dry. So I'm just going to show you that Christmas tree isn't dry yet. Doggone, these lids are hard to get off. Don't put them on until they're completely dry because they're a little tight, all right? So I would take a larger green sheet and stick that green tissue paper in like that, okay? And then when the green Christmas tree that I just painted is dry, I'd put that on the top, and then I could take my hot glue gun, which the craft fairy sent me, and I could just, oh, be sure when you when you put your things on, that's what happened. You have to be sure and put the lid on so that you don't put your decorations too far up and the lid won't fit on. So when everything's completely dry, put your lid on before you start gluing on your decorations. Otherwise, your decorations will be too far up and then your lid won't fit. That's why I put my lid on. So be sure everything's completely dry before you put start putting your decorations on around the tree. And you can put whatever decorations you have. You may have other decorations that you want to put on that other than what, laying around, whatever you have. But you just go around and decorate it however you want. Now, for the ones that are open, like this one, okay, what I thought I'd do is I'd take my tissue paper, because it doesn't have a lid, right? So I take my tissue paper, and I probably need a bigger piece of tissue paper, but I got these jingle bells, okay? And I could put the gift inside because it doesn't have a lid, but if I had taken more tissue paper, I could take the tissue paper and wrap the jingle bell around it like that, and then they wouldn't be able to see what's inside, okay? And that would be kind of cute too. And I got the jingle bells too for $1, green and red, and that would keep the prize inside a secret, all right? So you get a bigger piece of tissue paper, put the prize in the tissue paper, and then wrap the jingle bell around the tissue paper, and that would keep the prize a secret. And you'd still have your little ribbon on top, okay? And that's all there is to it. Very, very easy, very simple. Anyone can do it. Only adults, because you are using a hot glue gun, although possibly you could make those decorations stick with Elmer's glue, white school glue. You'd have to try it, but very easy to do and lots of fun. And you'd have some real neat little gifts to put under the tree or at place settings for your Christmas get-togethers. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to do some more Christmas crafts in just a minute. That will be part 2. And I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It is free. And also, someone asked me, what is a DIY? That is a do-it-yourself crafting, okay? And someone asked me about, where can I find other ones of your Christmas crafts? Well, if you go to Known as Here, which my name appears underneath the video. If you click on Known as Here, it will take you to my homepage. On my homepage, it is listed above playlist. I always list every video I do on a playlist. The playlists are things like skincare, makeup, Christmas crafts, Dollar Tree hauls. Every video I do is listed under a topic, a certain topic. So if you want to see other Christmas crafts that I've done that maybe you've missed, click on Known as Here, go to the homepage, click on playlists, and it will show you Christmas crafts. Click on that and it will show you the videos I've done on Christmas crafts. And the same with other things. If you're interested in Dollar Tree hauls, it'll show you my Dollar Tree hauls that I just did one on Saturday. So it'll show you my Dollar Tree haul from Saturday, where I got a lot of neat stuff. Okay, so hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this kind of video. And I will be doing part 2 in just a minute as soon as I clear all of this off my small table and get the... Okay, so this is part 2 of Easy Christmas Crafts. I do want to go back to part 1 where we did these little containers and tell you, you don't have to go out and buy these little containers. If you already have some boxes around the house, you can certainly use those. If you don't want to go out and buy these little foam decorative sticker decorations to stick on them like I did, if I was home, I would be pulling out all the little things that I get on packages and using them. If you have old Christmas cards or getting Christmas cards in the mail, you can cut those out. I used acrylic paint, which is all washable. You could let your kids paint the packages, the boxes with those. You could let them cut out Christmas cards and stick those on. I put some diamond ribbon on that I got at Dollar Tree. You could let them use any kind of ribbon. You don't have to use hot glue. They could stick all these things on using white glue, school glue, Elmer's glue. The bows, if you had any bows that you had saved, I save everything from packages, Christmas packages from the year before. You could use those. So you don't have to go out and buy all new things. The acrylic paint is all water and soap washable, so you don't have to worry about that. So you don't have to go out and buy all new things to make these little kinds of packages, okay? I just wanted to remind you of that. Okay, so today, or in part 2, we're going to do something different. And what you need is 3 glasses. I got these at Dollar Tree. I don't know whether they're water glasses. I'd use them as a wine tumbler because when I drink wine, I want a real glass of wine. I don't want any of those little ones on stems that you only get a couple sips out of. But I got these at Dollar Tree. It doesn't say on the bottom what they are, but Dollar Tree has all kinds of glassware. And so these were the perfect size and shape for what I wanted. But if you have some old glasses that you aren't using, different sizes, different shapes, you could certainly use those. You don't have to go out and buy new glasses. So I bought 3 of those. I bought a tray. Now this tray was just a plain flat gray, gold. On the back it says it was a charger. I don't know whether I can get that in the view or not, but it says it was a charger. Probably have that upside down. And they have them in gold and silver. And this was just a flat gold. Just was flat gold, but you know Nona, she ain't crazy. She wants it to be real sparkly. So I went to Walmart and bought this glitter gold. And so I sprayed the tray twice with this glitter gold. And this was expensive. This was like $6.97. But you don't have to do this. You could just leave it plain gold or silver, whatever you wanted to do. It's got a real pretty little design along the edge. And so I got that, sprayed it twice with the glitter gold to make it glittery. Then I took the glass, 2 of them to show you how. And the first thing I did was I sprayed it with this chalk paint, Rust-Oleum chalk paint in aged gray. Now, aged gray, I wanted silver, but they didn't have one called silver. But when I looked at the cap, it looked pretty silver to me. So I sprayed the glasses with this aged gray, and it did take about 2 coats because, you know, you had to spray it in actually 3 times because you have to spray it in parts. And I did get some drips, as you can see, but that doesn't bother me because this is art, and art is not perfection. So I sprayed them, and I did spray the inside too, just to make sure that I got a good coverage, okay? Then I took my Sophisticated Finishes Silver, which is a liquid, and I painted the whole cup with that, the whole glass I should say, because it's really a glass, with that. Just, and you can see the difference between the plain gray and the silver. So I painted that, and it goes on kind of bubbly, but that's all right, it dries smooth. So I painted that all over the glass. See, here's the plain, and here's with the Sophisticated Silver, and here's with the Sophisticated Silver Dry, wet, plain. Then I got this glitter paint at Dollar Tree, and again, you don't have to do all this if you don't want to, but I took some of the glitter paint that I got at Dollar Tree, and I put that as a third coat on top of the dry Sophisticated Silver, just to add a little bit more sparkle, because we all know Nona likes her sparkle. All right, and they have this glitter stuff in gold and in blue and in red and in green, so you can do whatever color you want to do. So I just did these in the gold and the silver. Okay, so then I finished all 3 coats and let that dry. Then, let me get that out of the way. I went and I got some picks at Dollar Tree. And again, you don't have to buy new picks. Maybe you have a wreath that you want to, it's looking kind of sad, and you want to take your Christmas wreath apart, and you've got different things on it. Whatever you have on it, and you want to take it apart and reuse it. And that's great. You can do that. You don't have to go out and buy new Christmas picks. Use what you have. Always use what you have. So I got these picks. This one has some poinsettias and some gold beads and some greenery and some pine cones. And what I use, this is a trick I saw on another channel. This is a pair of toenail clippers for dogs. And it works great to cut these picks apart. I think it works better than wire cutters. And it's in the pet supply section, of course, at Dollar Tree for $1. Now, we don't have a dog, but that's okay. That works great for cutting the picks apart. And Percy has something to say. So I cut the greenery apart. Some of these are kind of hard to cut, but that's okay. Percy, get out of my crafting stuff. Percy, get out of that. He likes my pipe cleaners, and we give him a couple to play with. However, he's found the bag where my pipe cleaners are, and so he just gets in and helps himself and pulls out more pipe cleaners. And for some reason, he really likes the purple ones. I don't think cats could see colors, but he likes the purple ones. And he gets the purple ones out. I saw him. He got right in the bag and with his teeth and paws pulled out the purple pipe cleaners. Okay, so there's some Christmas bulbs. Okay, so you get the idea. You pull the picks apart and you cut them off. Okay, then I got 3 of these, make sure I got this right side up, styrofoam, white styrofoam squares, cubes, okay? And what I did was I took my glass and I set it real close to the edge because this is a tricky little thing to do. And I drew a circle around the bottom with a pencil as close to the edge as I could get it, because I'm going to have to sculpture this down to be a circle. So this is sculpturing a cube down to a circle. All right? I don't know whether you can see that or not, whether it's dark enough. There you can see it, okay? Then I took my serrated kitchen knife and I cut it down. I know that makes a horrible scratchy noise, but I cut my the circle down as much as I could down to that size. Then of course it was too tall for my glass to fit in there, so I just cut it right about here, and then it fit in to the bottom, and I had something in there to stick my picks. Now when I'm going to show you how I stuck my picks in, although it's no great secret, because this is real dense. So to stick the picks in, and I'm just going to show you, and then I'll take them out once I cut this all up. So now that use your imagination, that this is all cut down and is in my glass, and my glass is all painted, I just took the skinny end of a small brush and made a little hole and stuck in different picks around the edge and just filled it in. I didn't use hot glue, I didn't use white glue, I didn't use anything except for sticking them in, because it sticks in there pretty good, because this styrofoam is pretty dense and it will hold pretty good. Okay, so then I just went around and filled in the styrofoam in the cup after it was painted, and what it looked like when I was done is this. Okay, and then I will have 3 of them that will set on this. See, there'll be 3 of them, and then I can put extra picks, green and pine cones and red berries along the tray if I want to, but I think that'll be real pretty for something to set on a mantelpiece, which I don't have a mantelpiece because I live in a condo, but that's what it will look like when it's all done, and I'll be sure and take a picture and put it on my thumbnail so you all can see it, but it's very easy. Now, let's say you have a young lady that you need to make a Christmas gift for, and you don't know what to do. What if you went and got a tray, or you had a tray, and 3 glasses, or you had 3 glasses of different sizes or shapes, it doesn't matter. You went to Walmart, you bought some painting spray paint for 97 cents, and they have all colors. They have pink, they have blue, they have green, they have yellow, they have lavender, 97 cents. You sprayed 3 glasses and just left them like that, and then in each glass you put a little gift. Maybe you got a pair of earrings, or a pair of Christmas socks, or a scarf, or a bottle of nail polish, or some lip gloss, or a little lipstick, or an eyeshadow, something like that. And you wrapped them in tissue and you put each gift in one of the glasses, or cotton balls, or Q-tips, or something that she could put on her vanity, okay? You would have a lovely gift to give to a young lady for Christmas. A tray, 3 glasses, and 3 little gifts. If you had a little bit more money, maybe in one you could wrap a gift card to her favorite fast food place, or a gift card to her favorite coffee place, or a gift card to her favorite clothing store. That would be really nice too. But you could have a really nice gift for a young lady by just simply putting a tray and 3 glasses sprayed to her, whatever the color of her bedroom is, for her vanity, and you would become her favorite aunt or grandmother. And you maybe would be able to do this for someone else in your family or circle of friends. It also would make a lovely gift for a friend who has a small place and likes to decorate but doesn't have a lot of decorations, because it would be easy to set anywhere. So that's just my craft for part 2. Stay tuned, because I will be coming back with part 3 of Easy Christmas Crafts. Thanks so much. I'll be back.